Good morning and welcome to NZ.Politics. My name is Kylie. I've been asked by a number of friends about my views on this Three Waters scheme that the government is pushing so hard at the moment. I might have asked Duncan Garner, but he's gone. Or Sean Plunkett, but he's gone as well. Maybe John Banks, but no, he's gone. I would have called Peter Williams last week, but he's taken retirement after being informed Saturday last that he was retiring and right now. That was even after his great thoughts on this Three Waters in the discussion on the Friday week before on Talkback. It appears it struck a nerve. So, let's dissect this Three Waters scheme. Three waters: stormwater, wastewater and freshwater. Three waters. At the moment, New Zealand owns its water. Ourselves, our councils and our ancestors have invested billions over the generations to utilise this valuable resource, setting up and maintaining complicated infrastructure and systems that have lasted throughout the years. The government are now wanting to centralise our water. The governance structure as recommended in the Hapuapua report, which the government have publicly declared is not being referred to in their planning, is there almost word for word. So, the government intends setting up 4 entities to purchase all of the water infrastructure in New Zealand for 6 to 8 cents in the dollar. That means that all the pipes and wastewater systems, etc., that the people of New Zealand have paid for over generations will be sold to the government-established entities for less than 10% of their value. And the people who paid for and own the Three Water assets lose control of this infrastructure. Some people say government doesn't have the money to fund this $160 billion experiment because they've spent it on other things. So, the 4 entities established by government now have to borrow it, and government will need to give a guarantee on the debt, which means that we as taxpayers will then have to pay it back, plus interest, every time we use water, once again over generations. We would be paying again for something that we already own. The government then gives control of the 4 water supply entities to a group comprising of 50% iwi and 50% government entities who have contributed 100% of the assets. That means that iwi, as per the Hapuapua report, will have equal governance votes and can stop or change anything to do with your water. That's governed 50% by 16.7% of the population. So, what does this mean for you here and now? What it means is that you'll have to pay in perpetuity for any water supply that comes out of your taps, any water that you flush down the toilet. So, you foot the bill to build up the assets in the first place. Then you foot the bill to buy the infrastructure from yourself. Then you pay the bill for supply and upcoming maintenance and running costs, which includes the costs of a bulging bureaucracy. And they claim this experiment with the Scottish model will create 9,000 jobs and save money? I don't think so. Nonsense. Then we have to hope and pray that this group of woke socialists can keep this clean water coming into our homes and businesses, bearing in mind that not all regions are the same. There are different needs, a different infrastructure, different uses. For example, farming communities versus Ponsonby apartment dwellers. The West Coast versus Canterbury. You get my drift. This is not a one-size-fits-all solution to our water issues. My view, only a numpty would sign into a deal like that. Let's ensure the Tasman and Nelson councils give ratepayers a referendum, as that's democracy when there's a matter of such significance not covered in any current council plans. It's another strike for control by this out-of-control government. Something to think about. Have a good day. Gaki te anō.